Oh boy, now Sean is stirring up trouble again. She rolls the clip of Usman calling Zara. Kimberly is not impressed at all. Hey my beautiful peeps, if you're new here, my name is Char and welcome to Char TV. For my existing subscribers, I appreciate you coming on back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a recap on part 1 of the tell-all for before the 90 days. Before I get started on what happened with each couple, I'll just give a little bit of what happened backstage. And then for those of you that are familiar with my videos, I'll break it down by each couple. Trying to keep the same kind of structure as I usually do for recaps. Keep it as short as I can because I know y'all don't watch to the end. So backstage, Gino is feeling very nervous, but excited at the same time. He's wondering what are people going to think of his story, and are they going to have any criticisms of him? Most of all, Gino wants to know what Jimena is in the relationship for. Is it just for a green card to come to America? Well, Gino, I think people would have the same question for you too. Mike is also feeling a little bit nervous because he's not sure what kind of questions are going to be thrown his way, and he might have to defend himself. He has to be prepared for everything. Mike meets Gino backstage and says that, man, you gotta take that hat off, and points to his own head saying, see? In other words, because he's bald as well. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but Mike, you gotta know that he ain't taking off his hat for nobody. Kimberly is feeling excited because her son happens to live in New York, which is where the tell-all is. And she gives Gino a big ol' hug because Usman said it's okay for her to do so. She said that she's not looking forward to seeing Jimena or Ella. In fact, she thinks that Ella is trash for cheating on Johnny. Ben enters the room and Kimberly is like, oh my god, you are so cute, and gives him a hug. She's like, I love my man, but you're gorgeous. Now Ben had a few things to say to Kimberly. He said that men are like lions looking for gazelles. And so they hope that it's a bit of a race, you know, like a challenge. He said if a gazelle ever attacked him, he wouldn't know what to do. And that it's a bit of a turnoff. And then went on to say, well, hey, if Usman likes that kind of thing, then more power to him. But it seemed like he didn't.
Sorry, guys. I lost my respect for him when he called me a predator. I did not like that. Everybody's only seeing a part of me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like I was a predator. I feel like I'm 51 years old. I went for what I wanted. That's how I feel. And if it came across that I'm a predator, get the out of here. You shouldn't even said that to me. It was an insult to me as a woman. There's my girl!
Oh my god! Okay, we got a little competition, girl!
Ella is excited to meet everyone, but at the same time she's sad because she's the only one that hasn't met her partner. And she knows that she's gonna get some heat for what she did. Now Memphis joins the room and Kimberly fills her in on what Ben had said to her. Memphis thought that was rude of Ben to say that because here he is dating all of these really young women. But why can't a woman do the same? She doesn't like the double standard. Now that boring stuff is out of the way, let's get into the real recap for the tell-all. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna keep the structure the same and break it down by couple. I'll be starting with Kimberly and Usman, aka Soulja Boy. Kimberly said that since she's been back home, she doesn't talk to Usman as much. Making plans is kind of hard right now, and Usman said that they just started the relationship, so he doesn't see that they have any problems. Sean mentioned to Kimberly that she would allow Usman to have a second wife and have children. And now Kimberly is changing her tune and saying that she doesn't know, to be honest. But we all knew that from the get-go. She was just saying these things before for points, but we all knew she wouldn't be cool with it.
I feel like if him and I were to get married, I am 51 years old. I don't want any more children. I can't have any more children. But I feel like I would be selfish if I did not let this man have children. It's his culture for him to have children to carry on his name. But like the marriage thing, we haven't talked about that yet. Whoa. We haven't even crossed that step.
Sean wanted to know how Kimberly would feel if Usman were to be intimate with another woman. She said that she can't really say until the time comes, but it's not going to be easy. Usman says that he doesn't think that he would love any woman in his life the way that he loves her. But having a child is important, to which Kimberly does understand.
People who are saying, you know, that cheating is horrible, like
it's not the same thing, Ella, and I'm kind of offended you said that, because when and if this day happens, it's not cheating because he's not lying to me about it. I'm going in knowing about it. You lied, and he's not lying to me. Let me tell you, if some other woman, like he just cheated on me with, this whole relationship would be over. But this is something, this is a culture thing.
Now, Ella, you have no room to talk. You just need to be quiet. Kimberly's son, Jamal, has now joined the stage. And Sean wants to know how he'd feel about Usman possibly being his stepfather, now that he's seen how things have transpired between them. Jamal said, first off, he would never call Usman his stepfather because it's like Usman could be his mother's son. That's kind of weird. And from what he's seen, Usman's intentions are still unclear to him. He couldn't say that he wouldn't disrupt the wedding.
I mean, for one, it's the age difference. For two, you know, she's been taken advantage of plenty of times. So, I mean, you got Usman a MacBook and a PS5. Those are expensive gifts, you know, and she managed a lot for him there. So it's like, I don't know if he wants an assistant or if he wants a girlfriend. I would never call someone my potential. I feel like that's just disrespectful.
So do you think Usman is playing your mom?
He said that he thinks it's two different types of love. His mother loves Usman, and Usman just loves the idea of Kim. He doesn't think that it's cool that Usman referred to his mother as a potential. I mean, what is a potential? They roll back the clips of the fights that Kimberly and Usman have had.
Jamal, how did it make you feel seeing your mother so upset?
Usman, you know that was up.
I was not in a relationship with Kimberly then. Kimberly was my friend, not my girlfriend.
To find out that Zara was an actual woman was like a slap in my face. He should have been honest with me. Because I would have never pursued anything with him if I thought that he was dating somebody else.
Kimberly feels that Usman should have told her the truth when she mentioned to him that she was falling in love with him. But Usman feels that he didn't do anything wrong. Jamal isn't impressed by this. Oh boy, now Sean is stirring up trouble again. She rolls the clip of Usman calling Zara. Kimberly is not impressed at all.
That's up.
It's really up.
Oh my gosh. I even want to cry.
You didn't know that Usman had called Zara?
Nope. I did not.
Like, what the is that? Like,
Kimberly, come down. Kimberly, don't cry. Don't cry.
Damn, that must have hurt to find that out in front of everyone else. He said that this may sound crazy and y'all might not believe me, but he'd never cheat. Poor Kimberly is in tears and said that she needs a minute and is preparing to walk off stage. Usman is clapping his hands and saying, hey, can you hear me? And Jamal is like, why are you clapping at her like that? Again, he wasn't impressed. Oh goodness, I cannot wait to see part 2 of the tell-all. I can feel it's gonna be good. Do you feel sorry for Kimberly after she discovered that he called Zara? Let me know. That's pretty much all between Kim and Usman. On to Gino and Jasmine. Now Sean couldn't wait to comment on Gino's hat. Now Jasmine said when she saw Gino without his hat for the first time, he looked so handsome. Much better without it. Jasmine flashes her bling, and Sean said to Gino, well now you gotta get her over there really fast. So what are the plans? Gino says that he has started the K1 visa process and they've been waiting now for 5 months. Sean dives right in about Jasmine being so jealous and they flash back to some moments that display that. Jasmine said that she may be crazy, but she's a good crazy. She feels like she's being very transparent with Gino. Sean asked her if she's worried that Gino is cheating on her, to which she said all the time. Gino's like, why? I mean, he's never cheated on her. And she said, sure. And he said he hasn't. And she said, well, what about lying? Because in her eyes, that is cheating. Then Sean said to Gino, have you messaged anyone in this cast? Oh, here comes the shifty eyes.
What do you mean?
Have you like sent DMs or anything to anybody that you have met through this cast?
Through this cast?
Yes.
I mean, I've talked to the cast themselves.
Yeah.
But no.
But that's it. Nobody that has a connection with anybody in this cast.
No.
He's lying, please. Sean said, well, what about Ben's friend, Jessica? And he's like, well, what about her? And Sean said, well, have you messaged her? Gino was like, no. Jasmine said, well, why is Sean asking you that question? She said, I'm going to tell you something. The truth is always revealed. So he's to confess right now, and what she hears, she's gonna hear it from him. And not from Sean, not from Ben, not from anyone else. Then she said again, why is Sean asking you that question? Yikes, you're in trouble, Gino. Gino says he doesn't know. Oh please, the look on his face said it all. He's like, well, I think she messaged saying hi. And he responded saying, hello, how are you, or something.
First, Gino, there was no communication at all. Now there is communication.
Everybody can call me crazy and whatever, but I never disrespected you, Gino. I have never cheated on you, and I'm so sick and tired of you playing the nerdy, the naive, and you always keep doing the same to me over and over again.
Now Sean said that they actually have the DMs. Of course, Jasmine said that she needs to see them and that he's in trouble. It said, hi Jessica, I have to ask you out of my curiosity, but are you Sicilian? At that point, Jasmine yanked the ring off of her finger. Sean continued to read the response to Gino's question. Sean said, well, no, that just shows me that you reached out to her first. It looked like that to me too. What do you think? But Gino insists that she initiated the conversation. I don't think so. Sean asked for some receipts. Now you know at this point Gino was starting to sweat. Of course you know Jasmine wants to see too since Gino has a cell phone. Gino says that he was just having a friendly conversation with her and that there was nothing there. He loves Jasmine. Now Sean let him off the hook for now but says she gonna dig into it a little bit more later on. Sean said that when Gino was traveling, he brought along with him some blue pills in case he needed help performing with Jasmine, but he didn't end up needing them. She rolls a clip of a never seen before moment.
Baby, this morning, I have to be honest, you're very mischievous. We were gonna have sex this morning, so I went to the gym and I asked him to wait for me. But when I came back from the gym, Gino was like avoiding me, and I was like, why, baby, what happened? And then he told me like, well, baby, because I was playing with my pee-pee. Playing with the pee-pee without me, to me it is cheating.
Gino said it was more because, you know, they had such a busy day planned that he wasn't sure if they'd be able to do anything. Jasmine said, well, they could have made time for a quickie. He said sorry, and she said that he's gonna be punished. He said that night he was really tired, and Mike has to put his 2 cents in and say, not tired enough to play with pee-pee. What is this with this pee-pee talk? Gino says he just didn't have enough energy to do the wild thing. Sean wants to know, why does Jasmine consider this cheating? Jasmine said that she has discovered that Gino would prefer to pleasure himself rather than making love to her. Of course, he denied that. She said that the problem is not his performance because when they make love, it's good and she enjoys it. She said that the problem is quantity. The last time he was in Panama for 1 month, and they were intimate just once. And now she doesn't know what to think.
Please talk to me, Gino. What's the freaking issue? Is that you prefer to be masturbating?
Where do you get the idea that I'm masturbating?
Jasmine, did you see him do it?
Baby, I do your laundry. I don't want to be that specific. I do your laundry. I know what's going on.
I'm telling you. Well, whatever you're saying is not what you think, because I'm just telling you for a fact that
Okay.
it's not the case.
Jasmine said that physically for a man, you have to drain your woohoo one way or another. And if she's not the one that's draining his precious jewels, then who is? He wants him to be honest that he's more into self-pleasure. And if that's the case, she wants to do it with him while they're together. Gino insists that it was more than once that they had sex, even though he doesn't recall the exact amount of times. Again, I feel like he's lying, don't you?
The resort, we did it once and it was so good. And why you punish me with sex? If you know that I am love with you is so freaking good. I love it, Gino. I love it. I'm vegan, but I want your freaking meat. Give me the meat. I want it. You know, I'm 35. I shouldn't be begging a man for sex. Why I have to be begging sex to you?
Gino tried to justify by saying that sometimes they get into arguments, and when that happens, that affects things. Jasmine said, well, they get into arguments because she's in a bad mood, because she's excited and can't be intimate with him. Jasmine said that people often wonder what she sees in Gino. She said that he's so unsexy to her, which she finds attractive. His body, his belly, that's super attractive to her. His unsexiness is what makes him sexy. Then Sean digs into the fact that Gino was paying ladies to go on dates with him. He said that he wasn't sleeping with them, it was just dinner. He's trying to tell Sean that he doesn't remember how much it cost to have these ladies go on dates with him, but that it was like around 100 or less. Yeah, right, it was more than that. And you know he remembers, he's just pretending that he doesn't. He reiterates that that was in the past, and he probably went on like less than 5 dates. Jasmine said that she knows it was more, but she doesn't want to out him. She said that it was a minimum of 30 dates. Sean wants to know what this whole sugar baby thing is and what it entails.
Just like a friendly date that where the man could help out for companionship, that the man could pay some money.
Okay.
To go on a date. There's probably some women on there that are looking for more than just dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my. Yeah. Okay, Gino.
So, what site did you and Jasmine meet on?
Of course, he was like, and Jasmine said that she doesn't like lying. In other words, fess up. He said that they met on a sugar baby site. Jasmine explains that she had a best friend that suggested that she put an ad on a website for dating internationally. She had no idea what the website was about. That's in the past, and she forgave him and gave him a new opportunity to be with her because she loves him, and when she's in love, she's stupid. That's everything between Gino and Jasmine. Wow, that got a little bit crazy and very detailed with the whole self-pleasuring and whatnot. And that concludes my recap of part 1 of the tell-all. Sean didn't ask Mike and Jimena anything, or Memphis and Hamza, nor did she discuss anything to do with Ben or Ella. So I imagine that's gonna be in part 2. So it was mostly Gino and Jasmine and Kimberly and Usman. I did enjoy part 1. Kind of felt bad for Kim finding out about the phone call with Zara. And Jasmine cracked me up when she said she's vegan but she wants her meat. I was like, oh my gosh, she did not just say that. She could be kind of funny sometimes. Let me know your thoughts on the tell-all. Drop your comments below. If you enjoyed, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I suggest that you do so because we have a blast in the community tab. We're like a family and we talk about a whole bunch of things. I do polls, I share memes, all kinds of entertaining things. So hit that red button. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!